Hello dear friends, in this video I am showing you how to beating heart tricuspid valve replacement in a status post MVR patient or redo patient. I proceed with the femoral, arterial and venous cannulation, and IJV is cannulated percutaneously for SVC cannulation. After establishing the bypass on an empty beating heart, I open the through the fourth intercostal space. I open the RA directly. Most of the time when you establish a good bypass, even after an adequate full bypass, RA is having some of the blood returning to it, so that as soon as you open the RA, it does not start sucking air as we see in direct open heart surgeries. So after opening this, you can do an endo balloon occlusion of SVC and IVC by using a Foley's catheter. I use 12 number for SVC and 16 or 14 number for IVC. Under vision with a suction there in your hand, identify the SVC and IVC ostium, put a Foley's catheter, inflate the balloon so as to close the mouth and keep your catheter behind that. So this way you can reduce the venous return to the RA and keep a bloodless field, and mostly whatever blood returning to you will be only from the coronary sinus, as you are not cannulating the aorta and not keeping any vent in aorta, so coronary sinus returns are adequate, and that can be very well managed by putting some sucker or bullet sucker. And sometimes if the return is too high, you can put a persisting suture in the coronary sinus and then put a bullet sucker in that, so as to keep the bloodless field for your work. Then for the tricuspid valve replacement, only annulus is sized. I do not remove any leaflet or any structure from the tricuspid valve. I implant directly the valve on the native annulus and placate the native leaflets in the suture, in the valve suture. This is a horizontal Madras Ethibond 2-0 pledgeted suture. One benefit of beating heart tricuspid valve replacement is when you are taking sutures in the conduction bundle area, you very well can assess whether the sutures are passing through conduction bundle and heart is having a conduction block, which can be assessed in ECG, as well as because the TE probes are there, you can see the ventricular contractility matching with the ECG. So post-operative chances of conduction block or patient landing for pacemaker are minimized when you do a beating heart tricuspid valve replacement. After taking the sutures all around, I prefer putting a bioprosthetic valve. This is a 29 EPIC bioprosthetic valve. After all the sutures are passed through the valve, it is lowered and tied. One very important thing in this surgery, we should keep in mind that hypothermia is the enemy of this procedure, as the patient heart is beating and there is no dissection has been done in the redo case. So if the heart starts fibrillating, there is no space to give direct DC shock. Only external pedals are there, sometimes which may not defibrillate the heart if it is fibrillating because of hypothermia. So it is prudent to avoid hypothermia. This you can see the valve has been implanted. Mostly I avoid testing the valve because assistant may give cold saline which may induce fibrillation. This is only for demonstration purpose. In this video I am showing how the valve is tested, and then the sutures are cut. Yeah, to complete about the avoiding the fibrillation due to hypothermia, what I practice, I do all the procedure in normothermic bypass at 37 degree, and warming blanket is also kept on 37 degree. I put the ACs of the OT off. You might be sweating, but patient should not fibrillate. All the saline which is used for knot tying or for squirting the area should be normothermic or little bit warm also. Sometimes if heart fibrillates and you are not able to defibrillate by doing an external shock by external pedal, and you have no space to put internal pedal, you can do a left thoracotomy and put a pedal on the pericardium outside on the pericardium, where the LV apex can be very well reached, and then you can defibrillate it from there. But make all arrangements and pray to God that heart should not fibrillate. That makes procedure extremely simple. Now after coming off bypass, you can see adequate hemodynamics here in this patient. Mostly the rhythm is sinus. In the TE you can see the previous prosthetic mitral valve, which is monoleaflet, working well, and on the right side you can see bioprosthetic valve on the tricuspid position, and on doing a color Doppler you can see there is no tricuspid regurgitation across the valve. Heart is beating well, and good LV and RV contractility. And this is the final pictures. So as whole of the procedure is done minimal invasive, very minimal dissection is done, and thus the post-operative morbidity also is extremely low. This is a bioprosthetic valve working nicely. Thoracotomy is closed here in a routine fashion. So, in the end, I say thank you to all of you for patient listening.